to your case as quickly as possible. Please know the number on the docket. We'll start with Mr. Noel Gonzalez, number 66, it looks like.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, number 66. Let me get to that. That is CR 20096018, Edgar Enrique Trevino.
Correct, Judge. He is logged on, Judge.
I have a note here that he was to have produced 3 clean UAs by today, and I would suspect for a dismissal.
That's our understanding, sir.
All right. Were we able to get those clean UAs? Mr. Heller, you're on mute.
I apologize, Judge. My notes show he's taken 2 of those 3, Judge. One on 1216 and one on 210.
He just took another one also, Judge.
All right. Is this maybe something that I should reset for maybe Thursday to see where he's at on that last one?
Probably, Judge. Unless Ms. Victoria has permission.
Find out if you give me a few minutes.
Okay, no problem. Do you have anything else, Mr. Gonzalez?
No, this is it, sir.
All right, hang tight. Victoria, as soon as you find out, let me know, and that way Mr. Gonzalez can move on to another court.
Yes, Judge.
Perfect. Ms. Diaz, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Ariel Torres. She's number 61 and 62 on your docket, Your Honor.
CR 21-12-043H and CR 21-12-044H, State of Texas versus Ariel Torres. She also has number 63 and 64. Those are under Damian Orozco.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm present.
All right, Mr. Orozco.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I had conferred with Ms. Diaz. We were trying to see who was going to handle all the cases since it's a same defendant with 4 different cases. I'm appointed to 2. That is number 63, 64. Ms. Diaz is to, I believe, 60 and 61. It's perfectly fine if the court wishes for Ms. Diaz to handle it, just so that we don't both log in and kind of work different deals on all these 4 cases. I think it would benefit the client to work them all out together.
Okay, Ms. Diaz.
I have no objection, whatever the court decides, Your Honor.
Okay, let me go ahead, Mr. Orozco. The court will go ahead and get you on another case, and we'll take, go ahead and submit a bill for your time, and the court will appoint Melinda Diaz on all cases.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that concludes my business, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You're excused. Thank you.
Actually, no, my apology, Your Honor. I do have another case in your court if the court is willing to take my announcement, or I'll wait after Ms. Diaz.
Yes, let's wait after Ms. Diaz, and then we'll take care of it.
Thank you.
I'm going to move right back to you, Mr.
Thank you, Judge.
Mine is quick, Judge. Unfortunately, unless she just now logged in, my client's not logged in, Judge. I did leave a message on her cell phone. I also sent her 2 different emails, including today's Zoom information, Judge, but I don't see that my client has logged in.
All right, is Ariel Torres present? If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Ariel Torres. Ariel Torres. Ms. Diaz, are you requesting a continuance? I don't see that you have. I have granted you one.
We haven't, Judge, and this is a client. I believe I've already been communicating with Mr. Heller from the AD's office regarding a possible resolution to this case, Judge. My client had done some inpatient drug rehab, and we were hoping that because of that, they would take certain things into consideration. So I'd ask the court to just give us a little more time.
Motion for continuance number 1 is granted. I'll go ahead and give you a reset. Let's shoot for. Looks like our calendar is getting pretty full. Let's do March 1st. March 1st, 2022 at 9:30.
Yes,
Again,
Judge.
that's March 1st, 2022 at 9:30 for all of her cases.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right,
Having nothing further, may I be excused, Your Honor?
you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Orozco, I'm sorry. Let's go back
Yes,
to
Your
your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's number 6 on your criminal docket, State of Texas versus Omar Amaya Jr. That's CR 21-10946H, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Your announcement, Mr. Orozco?
Yes, Your Honor. We have gotten discovery. We also have a video that we need to review with the client. We're asking for some time, Your Honor.
All right. Can I give you March 31st?
Definitely, Judge.
All right, March 31st, 2022, 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes my business now. May I be excused?
You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay safe, Judge.
March 31st. Mr. Halili, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. Here on number 17 on the court's docket.
All right, number 17. CR 21-06700H, Olga de Garcia Garza. Is Ms. Olga de Garcia Garza present?
She is present. She is a Spanish speaker, Your Honor.
Your announcement, Mr. Halili.
We've received a PTD recommendation on this case. We'll be submitting an application today, just asking for some time while the application is processed by the DA's office.
All right, let me go ahead and give you April 19th. Carlos, will you let her know that the reset date is April 19th at 9:30?
Olga de García Garza, su nueva fecha va a ser el 19 de abril a las 9:30 de la mañana. Es un comunicación con su abogado.
Sí, está bien.
Yes, that's fine.
All right, perfect, thank you.
Gracias, se puede retirar.
All right,
I have nothing further before the court, Your Honor. May I be excused?
your excuse, thank you. Let me move over to Mr. Rudy Moreno, who's been here this morning, waiting patiently in the office, and he's now in person. Mr. Moreno, who do you have?
Good morning. I have number 44 in your docket.
Number 44. CR 21-07244H, Jose Manuel Munguia.
He is present by Zoom, Your Honor.
Is Mr. Munguia present? Jose Manuel Munguia, if you're on mute, please unmute yourself.
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect, thank you, Mr. Munguia. Mr. Moreno, your announcement.
Judge, if I had a reset date, it's like a staff, or at least see if we can get a rec on this matter. Yuri, I'm not sure if he's PDPOM eligible.
Just go ahead and send me an email and I'll look into it after docket.
Okay.
3/31 as a reset date, March 31 at 9:30, okay?
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. Every excuse.
Mr. Munguia, stay in contact with your attorney. We'll see you on March 31st at 9:30, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Ornelas, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have 3 cases, 1 defendant. Unfortunately, I don't have a docket number for you, but my client's name is Joshua Reina.
Joshua Reina, give me 1 second. All right, 54 through 56, CR 21-11-064H, CR 22-007-51H, CR 22-007-52H, State of Texas versus Joshua Rene Reina. I have Mr. Luis Patino. Were you retained, Mr. Ornella?
I was retained, Your Honor, and I believe I filed a notice of appearance. No, I haven't yet, Your Honor.
Okay,
I don't think I have.
all right, no problem. If you could just go ahead and follow up with that, please.
I will do that, Your Honor. The first case, Your Honor, is just a status hearing. The second 2 cases, POM, DWI cases, are set for arraignment today.
Okay. Let me go ahead and have Mr. Reina, if I can see you there. If you can just raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Is your true and correct name Joshua Rene Reina?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Reina, you're here before the court charged with the offense of possession of marijuana less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor, and driving while intoxicated, also a Class B misdemeanor. I need to advise you that Class B misdemeanors carry a potential penalty of up to 6 months in the Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment you could receive for a Class B misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, sir.
Counsel, speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent, able to assist?
My client is competent, Your Honor.
Court's going to go ahead and make a finding that Joshua Rene Reina is mentally competent. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty for him on his 2 cases and reset all 3 cases for April the 14th. That's April 14th, 2022. April 14th. Yes, sir.
We just received the blood evidence results and I'm going to be asking Intake to refile this case, Judge. He clocked in at 0.167 on blood results.
Okay.
So we're asking be put on mobile monitoring.
All right. The court will go ahead and order that a mobile alcohol monitoring system be ordered. So mobile ordered. I will put you in a breakout room, Mr. Ornelas, with our probation officer, Ms. Rodriguez, right now, so that y'all can visit about that.
Thank you, Your Honor. The April 14th date, at what time, Your Honor? Is that in the morning as well, 9:30?
Yes, sir, 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you have anything else, Mr. Ornelas?
No, sir.
If you have nothing else, just hang tight. Let me put you in a breakout room. Please accept the invitation to visit with Ms. Rodriguez, okay?
Judge, the deadline for him to obtain it?
What's today? Tuesday? Friday?
Friday.
Okay, the invitation has been sent.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Almanza, who do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number one on the court's docket, Jose Eduardo Aguirre, CR-21-11192-H.
State of Texas versus Jose Eduardo Aguirre. If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Jose Eduardo Aguirre.
Yes, sir. This is he.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Aguirre. Your announcement, Mr. Almanza.
Yes, Your Honor, I do believe my client is PTD POM eligible. I'm just waiting on confirmation from that from the state and the program documents. And so I'm just asking for a 30 to 45 day reset to confirm that. And if he is eligible, we'll go ahead and be proceeding with that.
All right, let me go ahead and give you April 19th, 2022 at 9:30, okay? April 19th at 9:30, Mr. Aguirre, stay in contact with Mr. Almanza.
Sounds
Thank
good,
you,
sir.
Your Honor.
Appreciate you.
Almanza, is that all you have?
Yes, Your Honor, may I be excused?
You're excused, thank you. All right, Ms. Regalado, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 34 and 35 on the court's criminal docket. Isaiah, last name Lieja.
All right, that's number 34 and 35, CR 2110 922H and CR 2110 923H, Isaiah Anthony Leja.
Yes, Your Honor. The status of this case, Judge, is that I need to submit a USB to the DA's office. We did obtain the written discovery in December, and I did not notice that we needed a USB. So I just need about 30 days, Judge.
Let me give you March 31st, 2022, March 31st at 9:30, both cases.
Thank you, Your Honor. Having nothing further, may we be excused?
Is Mr. Leja present? Isaiah?
I do believe he's logged in, Judge, but let me see what page he's on.
Isaiah Anthony Leja, if you're on mute, please unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm present.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I see you there, Mr. Leja. Stay in contact with Ms. Regalado. We'll see you on March 31st at 9:30, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You're excused. Thank you so much. Let's move over to Mr. Eloy Hernandez.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on number 47 on your docket, Francisco Olmedo.
47. 0268, Francisco Olmedo.
Yes, Your Honor. My client is present on Zoom.
All right, Mr. Olmedo, I see him there. Your announcement, Mr. Hernandez.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, my client pled guilty yesterday in the 430th District Court to 5 years probation on a felony charge. The felony prosecutor was going to agree to dismiss this case, Your Honor, and advised me that they were going to reach out. I don't know if it was to Yuri or somebody from the DA's office to consider a dismissal on this case, Your Honor.
All right, Yuri, any information or any word from any of the felony prosecutors?
I did get one for, what is the defendant's name?
Francisco
Olmedo.
I just got a message this morning. I'll be filing the dismissal today.
At the request of the District Attorney's Office, a case against Francisco Olmedo is hereby dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, anything else, Mr. Hernandez?
No, Your Honor, may my client and I be excused?
You're both excused. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Mr. Arturo Cantu, who has his camera on.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 41, Irvin Mendoza.
41. CR 1907 958 State of Texas versus Irvin Hernandez Mendoza. Defendant has not reported with recovery for any drug patch since November. However, there's been no violations on AIP.
Yes, Your Honor. I think he's on Zoom. I talked to him last week and he was having trouble getting the money to get the patch. I think he might be starting work. That was one issue. The other issue is I did make contact with Dolly for the transcript of the motion to suppress hearing back in January. And I guess, I don't know when you're setting these things for trial, but probably by the time we get a trial setting, the transcript should be ready also.
Okay. Trial dates that I can probably give you right now, a trial docket call, trial on the merits. Let me give you some dates. we're probably going to be looking at late May. Let's do May 26th at 1:30 for docket call. May 31st at 1:30 for trial.
Okay, and then you want to, let's find out from Mervin what his status is with his job for the patch.
You're right.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor. I barely started work Monday. I haven't had the money. Well, there was a misunderstanding from me on December as to why I didn't have the patch anymore. I thought you had asked just to remove it and wait for the results on January 11th. And both when January 11th came, you told me that I needed to have the patch. So I went ahead and looked for work. And it's been a little bit on the harder side for me because looking for work, acquiring a job, because I would work construction and it would require me to leave out of county. And being on AI people's, haven't been able to work. And I just got this job. I started yesterday. And well, I'm just waiting to get paid so I can get the drug patch for you. It's not like if I'm trying to avoid it, I've been coming out clean on my UAs. I have no violations. And well, I'm just asking to see if you guys can give me time to get the money. I just started working yesterday.
Okay. Let me go ahead and order that you get the drug patch again, Mr. Mendoza. I'll give you until next Wednesday. Do you think a week is enough time?
Well, I actually get paid until 2 weeks. Can it be Friday? I can get it by next Friday.
What date is next Friday? The 25th, Irvin?
Yeah, I have court that day. No, yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put an order, Victoria, I don't see you on the screen. There you are. Okay, you're back. The 25th, Victoria. Okay. All right, Irvin, you have until the 25th and your reset date is May the 26th. So if we don't get word from you, we're gonna set up a tickler on our end, meaning that if I don't hear from Victoria that you have that drug patch, I'm gonna call you in. I don't want to be called, I don't want to have to call you in, I guess I should say.
All right. And it's how many am I supposed to get just to be sure?
Well, it all depends on the results.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. We'll work accordingly. Let's make sure that they're negative
Okay.
results. Okay.
All right.
Perfect. All right, Mr. Cantu.
That's all I have, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Mendoza, Mr. Cantu, you all are excused. Victoria, do we have any information on Mr. Gonzalez's client?
I do, Judge. That's the one with the UAs, correct?
Correct.
So there was one taken on February 9th and the other one on February 10th, and both were negative.
Okay, perfect. So then he took another one today or around today, right, Mr. Gonzalez?
I believe Friday, Judge, this weekend.
Okay, and do we have the results on that one, Victoria? Not yet.
It's the ones on the 9th and the 10th, Judge, and then the one he took in December,
Okay.
December 17th.
Number 66 on this one, right? Okay, so Mr. Gonzalez, I'll follow your lead. What do you think?
Judge, I'd request the dismissal as per the agreement.
We already have 3?
3, Judge.
We do, Judge, but 2 of them were taken back to back.
Okay, like when was back to back? Give me the dates one more time, Victoria.
One on the 9th.
February 9th, February 10th.
Oh yeah, okay, that doesn't work. Let me reset it for 3 weeks.
Okay.
All right, let me go ahead and give you, give me 3 weeks down the road, Jackie. March 8th. 2022 at 9:30, okay, March 8th, 9:30.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Mercado.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 9 and number 12 on the court's docket.
Number 9 and number 12. Okay, number 9 and 12.
Yes, it's CR 21 10 856H, Jose Rigoberto Cortez.
All right, and then you have another defendant.
Yes, another defendant.
Okay, let's start off with Mr. Cortez.
Yes, Your Honor, on this one, I don't believe I see my client. I'll be asking for my first continuance. It's a racing on the highway. Young defendant, his first time arrested. So I'm going to see if there's a possibility of an ADR on this case, Your Honor.
Okay, granted, motion for continuance number 1 is granted. Reset March 31st, 2022 at 9:30, okay? And your second client is Abel Flores Jr.?
Yes, I see him connected, Your Honor.
All right, that's CR 2110 684H, Abel Flores Jr. Mr. Flores, if you can hear me, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. I see you there. Mr. Mercado, your announcement.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe there's still felony pending.
Still a felony pending. Let me give you April 19th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
April 19th, Mr. Flores, stay in contact with Mr. Mercado. We'll see you on April 19th, okay?
May we
Thank
be
you, sir.
excused, Your Honor?
You're excused. Thank you.
Have a great week.
You too. Mr. Rolando Cantu.
Good morning, Your Honor. I got number 30.
Number 30 is CR 2008496H, Victor Hampshire.
Good morning.
I have a note here that he has completed all conditions on his 6-month PTD status. What says the state?
Judge, given that all conditions were met, state will be tendering a dismissal.
The request of District Attorney's Office, the case against Victor Hampshire is hereby dismissed. All right, good luck to you, Mr. Hampshire. Mr. Cantu, do you have anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. I have number 57 and 58.
All right. 758, CR 2012-186H and CR 2012-187H, George Rodriguez. Is George Rodriguez present?
He
George
should be.
Rodriguez, you're on mute. Please unmute yourself. George Rodriguez.
He should be on, Your Honor. I know that he contacted my office this morning. I don't know what the issue is. This one, Your Honor, we were going to ask. We're still negotiating, Your Honor, this case with the state. I think they're going to again staff this with Mr. Garza to see if we can get this resolved. I know it's been we've been pushing this case, Your Honor, and I think we just need one more setting to see if we can get it resolved. If not, Your Honor, we're going to be asking for a trial setting.
We'll go ahead and give you March 31st, 2022 at 9:30. Again, that's March 31st, 2022 at 9:30, and I'm going to grant you a motion for continuance. It doesn't look like Mr. Rodriguez has answered to his name being called. I'll grant you a continuance, and he will be needed to be present on the 31st, or a warrant will be issued for his arrest.
Perfect, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I have, Judge, for today.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr.
May
Sahadi.
dismiss. Thank you.
Yes, you're dismissed, Mr. Hampshire.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Mr. Sahadi, what do you have?
Yes, good morning, Judge. Number 7 on the docket.
Number 7. CR 2111-658H, Serapio Castro.
No, I apologize, Judge. I actually have Damian Moron. I thought it was number 7 on the docket. I apologize.
Moron. It's number 42.
42.
CR 2010-581H, Damian Lee Moron. Motion for continuance was used on January the 11th. He must be present here today. Is Mr. Damian Lee Moron present?
Yes, sir. I'm right here.
Okay, perfect. I see you there. I have a note here, possible administrative dismissal, 2 clean UAs and drug education course pending. Do we know any information on that, Mr. Sahadi?
Yes, Judge. He's already taken both. The latest was yesterday, so I don't know if the results are in. And I believe that the certificate of completion on the DEC has already been tendered to the state.
All right. I guess, Victoria, do we have any information or any way of finding out if that last drug test was clean?
I can find out, Judge, but I think they send the results to Mr. Heller.
I haven't received any word yet, and there are no notes in my. 1 second, Judge. Hold on. That was the wrong case. Let me. Bear with me. Judge, he tested negative on the 14th. He also tested negative on January 10th.
All right, so based on that, does the state have an announcement?
The state will be tendering a dismissal in this case.
At the request of the District Attorney's Office, the case against Damian Lee Moron is hereby dismissed.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
May we both be excused.
You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Mr. Trevino, you're here in person. You're on mute, sir. Mr. Trevino, you're on mute.
There you go. Thank you, Judge. Yes. Good morning, Gregorio Treviño for Mr. Roosevelt Vega, CR 21-04162 and 04163, Your Honor. He is present. This is a PTD. Our announcement is that Mr. Vega's application has been accepted. He's on the PTD program, and we just making an announcement of hopefully we can terminate soon.
Okay, so he is on PTD. I have a note that says PTD status.
Yes.
All right. Is he, Victoria, how has he done on PTD? Roosevelt Vega, 68 and 69.
Roosevelt Vega.
Vega. Roosevelt Vasquez Vega. So he is currently on the program already, Mr. Treviño, or the application was submitted and we're waiting?
We've submitted some time ago, Your Honor.
Oh, so he hasn't been placed then?
No, he's not, Judge. He's not on PTD.
Yes.
Okay. So we're just waiting on.
Yes, it is a status, Your Honor.
Status, okay. Mr. Heller, do we have any information on the status of his PTD that's been, how long has it been pending, Mr. Treviño?
Judge, I would like to say in November.
Judge, I don't see any notes about it in Odyssey. I'm gonna have to get together with Melissa and look into it.
All right, let me go ahead and give you March the 1st, Mr. Treviño, so that we can try to get to the bottom of it, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
March 1st, 9:30.
Thank you.
All right, do you have anything
Can I
else?
excuse, Your Honor?
You're excused, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Representative Longoria, I noticed that you don't have your hand raised, but I see you there. Are you waiting on a client or do you need?
No, Judge. I'm here on 59 and 60. I believe one of them is a status on a motion to suppress hearing, Judge.
Okay. 59 and 60.
State of Texas versus Christian Rubio, CR 2104-810H and 2104-811H.
Give me 1 second. I know we have some violations, but let's see what happens. Let's see, before I even let that cloud my judgment. Give me 1 second. January 27th was the hearing, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Where are my notes for that one? Mr. Longoria, can you hang tight so that we can staff this case?
Yes, Judge.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Mr. McPherson, what do you have?
Judge, I have numbers 39 and 40 on the docket. Robinson Martinez. He is present and online today on the Phoenix 4.
All right. Yes, sir. CR 21-11-271H. Robinson Martinez. He is present here today. Your announcement, Mr. McPherson.
Judge, he still has a pending unindicted felony, so we would be asking for more time.
How about April 19th, if that works?
Yes, that'll work.
April 19th, 9:30.
May we both be excused?
Both of y'all are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Barbosa, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 3, Jose Guadalupe Alonso. We're here on a restitution hearing.
All right, that's CR 21-09-448H. Restitution hearing. Who is the victim in this case from the state?
Roel Fabian Esparza. I think I saw him on.
Mr. Esparza, if you're here and on mute, please unmute yourself.
And Your Honor, I did provide the state with a copy of my client's insurance that was valid on the date of the accident. It was from Fred Loya. I emailed it to them on January 20th.
Mr. Esparza, are you present? If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Mr. Heller, have you made contact with him or you're just giving me his name?
We sent out a letter, Judge. I did see him on here a little while ago.
He's having trouble on meeting, Judge.
What's his name again?
Roel Fabian Esparza.
Raúl Fabián Esparza.
Yes, I'm here. I'm present, Your
Okay,
Honor.
perfect. Okay, you are the victim. Mr. Esparza, did you open up a claim with the insurance?
Yes, I did. I have not heard from the insurance company, and they've been avoiding my calls for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay. Mr. Heller? Or maybe this is a case for Miss, where's Mel? She was on. Mr. Heller, I mean, obviously this is a case where there's there's a civil case, civil action. I don't know if it's been open. I don't know how you want to proceed.
Well, Judge, let's proceed to put on testimony about how much he's had to pay out of pocket.
Mr. Esparza, can I have you raise your right hand?
Yes,
Please
sir.
want to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Heller, go ahead.
Please state your full name for the record.
Roel Fabian Esparza, sir.
And are you a victim of a DWI that occurred on or about May 13th, 2021?
Yes, sir.
What kind of damage did you receive as a result of this incident?
There was damage to a back quarter panel of my car. I did turn in an estimate to the district attorney. There's a total damage of $4,314.16 done to my car.
Your Honor, at this time, we're asking that's how much restitution be set at.
All right, Ms. Barbosa, you can cross-examine.
Yes. Okay, sir, good morning. You testified earlier that you have an open claim on the insurance company for Mr. Alonso, is that right?
Correct.
So you have a case pending with them?
Yes.
And that, with that, then they should be paying you for whatever damage happened to your car or whatever debt that you're owed. Is that correct?
Yes, but I haven't heard from them since I made the claim on the date of the accident. And I have called them numerous amounts of times. And they tell me that day this gentleman hit another car. And they said that
okay, but you do have the active claim. The claim is active, they just haven't gotten the money to you, right?
I have a claim number with them, yes, but I haven't heard from them.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Esparza, what is your deductible?
Deductible, I don't have a deductible, sir.
Oh, so you don't have insurance on your claim. So if you don't have uninsured motorists of any sort.
I do have insurance. I have insurance on my car.
So if the insurance doesn't cover your cost, would you be making a claim? You see, here's what I'm trying to do at this point. At this point, I need to put an amount on the judgment. So you have two options. You have option A, I issue an amount, right, for $4,314.16, and you try to recover from Mr. Alonso. The moment I do that, the insurance company is going to say it's already been set, and don't come after us. I would think you'd rather go after the insurance company to try to get money from the insurance company than you want to get it from the defendant. But that's a personal decision. I mean, you can tell me what you want right now. Or I could set restitution in the amount of $500, and that would just cover your deductible if you open up an uninsured motorist claim. And that way later, if you want to come back and adjust it, it can be adjusted because it's a modification. Those are our two options, I think.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I would rather have the insurance company pay for the claim, sir.
Yeah, I would think so too. So that's why I think, Mr. Heller, I know you're, zealously advocating on behalf of the state, but sometimes that's not zealously advocating on behalf of the victim. So you have to be real careful about that. Now, how does you want to proceed? I would say set it at $500 at this point, and then it can be modified and adjusted. And that way he can continue with his claim with insurance. That's the best way to do it.
The state will defer to the judgment of the court.
All right, I'm going to set restitution in this case, Victoria, at $500. Mr. Fabian Esparza, if you don't recover anything, or if the claim is denied, and you have to open up a claim under your uninsured motorist, the $500 there is for your deductible. I'm assuming it's a $500 deductible. It could be more, but I'm going to set it at 500. Stay in contact with Mr. Heller if any issues happen, because we can always come back and modify the amount of restitution up to $4,314.16. But at this point, I think you'd rather collect from the insurance company.
Correct, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. So that takes care of this one for now. Ms. Barbosa, do you have anything else you need to talk about or discuss?
No, Your Honor, that concludes my business for this most honorable court. May I be excused?
All right, restitution is hereby set at 500, right, for now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Arispe.
Good morning, Judge number 20 on the court's docket.
CR 21-05-374H, Angel Francisco Gonzalez.
Yes, Your Honor, I've not been able to locate my client. I've made numerous efforts, phone calls and letters and text messages, contacted the bonds lady. She went out to look for him, Judge. The alleged victim on the case is my client's son. He's the one, the son is the one that bonded my client out, Judge, out of county jail. As per the bonds lady, Judge, the address she checked, no one's there anymore. So I have no idea where he's at, Judge.
All right, for the record, Angel Francisco Gonzalez. If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Angel Francisco Gonzalez. Name of Angel Francisco Gonzalez has been called out 3 times. A motion for continuance having been previously used. What says the state?
State request judgment NISA be granted. KPS issued and bonds forfeited to the state of Texas.
Judgment NISA will be granted. KPS issued, bond forfeited to the state. Ms. Arispe, if you make contact with him, bring him in.
I will, Your Honor. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Excuse, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Tony Torres.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have numbers 23, 24, and 25 on the court's docket this morning.
23, 24, 25, John Robert Gonzalez.
That's correct, Your Honor. He's present in my office this morning.
Okay, perfect. Your announcement, Mr. Torres.
I'm asking for more time, Your Honor. He has a pending unindicted felony, and we'd like some more time.
I had Mr. Shigani on one case. Are you, were you retained? Oh, perfect. I was just told that you were retained on all cases and you'd filed your notice. Perfect. All right, April 19th at 9:30 for all 3 cases. April 19th, 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused? My client and I?
Yes, you're excused.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Flores, what do you have?
Yes, Your Honor, I have
Number 26, Jose Guadalupe Gonzalez.
Yes, Your Honor, he should be logged into Zoom already.
All right, Jose Guadalupe Gonzalez, are you on mute? If you can unmute yourself, please.
Aquí estoy, sir.
Okay, perfect. Under iPhone, Ms. Flores, is this just a nice eye recall?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
All right, Mr. Gonzalez, do you speak English?
¿Hablas inglés, señor González?
Your Honor, he will need the services of an interpreter.
Sorry,
Señor González, ¿hablas inglés?
No.
No.
Okay, Mr. Jose Guadalupe Gonzalez, you're here because a NISI was issued against you, but you came in voluntarily with your attorney. The court's going to go ahead and recall the judgment NISI at the state's expense.
Señor José Guadalupe González, usted está aquí porque no se presentó en una audiencia y se le puso una orden de arresto, pero se presentó aquí voluntariamente con su abogado y solo le voy a hacer un lado esa orden de arresto al costo del Estado.
All right. This is the one time that I do that, Mr. Gonzalez. If this happens again, the court will go ahead and charge you for recalling that NISI. Do you understand?
Esta va a ser la única vez que voy a hacer esto, señor González. Si llega a pasar de nuevo y se le pone otra orden de arresto, se la va a cobrar a usted. ¿Entiendes?
Sí, sí, entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
That fee is about $350 to $360, more or less.
Y esa cantidad le saldría como $350 más o menos.
All right, so it's important that you stay in contact with Ms. Flores, that you follow her instructions. And Ms. Flores, okay, go ahead, Carlos, translate.
So, es muy importante que se quede en comunicación con su abogada y siga las instrucciones de ella.
All right, and so Ms. Flores, at this time, we need to give you another date. How much time do you need?
Your Honor, 30 days would be more than enough time.
All right, let me give you March 31st.
Thank you, Your Honor.
March 31st, Carlos, let him know that he needs to be back on Zoom at that time, March 31st at 9:30.
Señor González, vamos a regresar el 31 de marzo a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Ms. Flores?
Not on that one, Your Honor. I also have CR 21076488H, State of Texas versus Juan Martinez Torres.
Number 65, CR 2107-648H, State of Texas versus Juan Martinez Torres. Bond was modified. I'm showing no violations. Your announcement, Ms. Flores.
Your Honor, for this case, we just need some additional time to be able to get him in to discuss just disposition options for him.
All right. Is Juan Martinez Torres present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. I see you there, Mr. Torres. I'm going to go ahead and give you a reset date also for March 31st. Stay in contact with Ms. Flores so that y'all can discuss options that are available to you, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. Excused.
You're excused. Thank you. All right. Mr. Aleman, who do you have?
Your Honor, good morning. I have number 33 on the court's docket.
CR 21032068, Ruben Erasmo Leal. I still show felonies pending an intake. Is that correct?
That's actually, Your Honor, the case has been now indicted. It fell into the 92nd District Court. Attorney Catherine Perez represents him on that aggravated assault charge, and I see that it's set for arraignment May the 9th. So I was going to be asking for a much later setting, maybe June or even July, if that's possible, Your Honor.
Sure. Let me see if I can give you a June. Latter part, middle to latter part of June, maybe. How about like this? How about the 15th?
The 15th, 1-5?
No, I'm sorry, 16th, June 16th, 2022 at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Have a great day, Judge.
You too. Mr. Williams. You're on mute.
Did that work, Your Honor? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 29 on the court's docket. My client is present. It is State of Texas versus Cesar Gutierrez, CR-21-02746-H.
All right.
And
go ahead.
This is a status, Your Honor. My client is pleading guilty in the 430th District Court. And because of a health issue, I think he had a positive COVID test. They had to reset that pleading because obviously they wouldn't let him into the courthouse to sign the paperwork at the district clerk's office. I believe that's been reset to March 28th. It's either February 28th or March 28th. And at that time, we'll be ready to go forward. Perhaps the state will dismiss, or if not, we'll move forward at that time.
All right. Let me go ahead and give you March 31st at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. Having nothing further, I believe he's Galaxy A12. But having nothing further before this honorable court, may my client and I be excused?
Yes, Mr. Gutierrez, stay in contact with Mr. Williams. We'll see you on March 31st at 9:30.
All right. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. I saw Mr. Luna with his camera on. Now he turned it off. Let me just.
I'm here, Judge. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Mr. Luna, what do you have?
Judge, I don't know what number's on the docket, but the State of Texas versus Aldo Maruquin. It's
number 37.
21-11162.
Number 37, Judge.
Yes, number 37.
I'm here. I have an in-person court hearing, Judge. I'm at the courthouse.
Okay. You can come visit us too, Marco.
It's a highly contested case here in the 464, Judge, with Ms. Klein and Mr. Ricardo Salinas. So I had to rush out to try to get a couple minutes off.
All right. Aldo Maruquin, your announcement.
Judge, he should be present on the thing.
Is Aldo Maruquin present?
He should be on there.
Okay, Aldo Maruquin. Aldo, I see iPhone. Yes, I see him there. Okay, Marco, your announcement.
Judge, on this case, Judge, we're just asking for some time to try to work on this case. It's a racing on the highway, Judge. We're probably going to be applying for either a PTD or some kind of ADR service on this case, Judge.
All right, let me go ahead and give you March 31st at 9:30. March 31st, 9:30.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
And I appreciate that, Judge. That's all I have. May I be excused, Judge?
You and your client Aldo Maruquin are both excused. Mr. Maruquin, I see you there on mute. Stay in contact with Mr. De Luna, and we'll see you on March 31st at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Ms. Cedillo, who do you have?
Judge, I have number 8 on the court. I have several, but I have number 8 on the court's docket, Judge.
CR 21-03-618H, State of Texas versus Kevin Rodriguez. Is it Chesani?
Yes, Judge.
Chesani. All right, is Mr. Chesani present? Kevin Rodriguez Chesani, if you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Kevin Rodriguez Chesani.
Your Honor, I know my office did message him. He's been to the office to sign waivers, and I don't know why he's not on right now, Judge.
All right, let me go ahead and I can grant you a motion for continuance if you're asking for one.
Yes, Your Honor, I was going to be asking for a motion for continuance, Judge. I would have him before the court by the next hearing, Judge. I don't know why he's not in.
Let me give you March 31st, 2022 at 9:30. Motion for continuance is granted.
Yes, Judge.
All right, your next one, I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I also have number 18 on the court's docket. I believe that one was reset to Thursday. I just want to make sure that.
Yes, reset for in-person hearing on Thursday.
Yes, Judge. I do have number 48 on the court's docket.
48?
Yes, Judge.
CR 21-10-852H.
Yes, Your Honor, I appear as the attorney of record, but this one, this client retained Mr. Contreras, Judge, so he should be reflected as the attorney of record. I believe he's filed a previous notice of appearance.
Is that Jesse Contreras?
Yes, Judge.
And is Kenya Pesina present? If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Kenya Pesina. All right, what I'd like to do on this one is reset this one for Thursday, the 17th. And we will let Judge Contreras know that, and we will reach out to the clerks to make sure that they're, because a lot of times what happens in these, you know what, let me give it next week. Because a lot of times what happens is that the attorneys look at Odyssey, and if they don't see their name, they just, and it didn't reflect the name. So we'll give him next week. Let's do the 24th.
And I'll also reach out to him, Judge, and let him know that it's set.
Perfect, 224, and we'll reset it for then.
And the last one I have on the court's docket is number 70, Judge.
That's CR 21-12-527, Brandon Villarreal.
Yes, Your Honor. And on this one, I'm also going to be asking for some time. My client's number is disconnected, so he wasn't given, I wasn't able to give him notice of the hearing or the Zoom info. I did handle one of his felonies, Judge, so I know that he's on felony probation. It shouldn't be difficult to locate him. So if the court would just give me some time to reach out to him, Your Honor.
Let me go ahead and grant you a motion for continuance and give you a March 31st, the same day I gave you on the other one. March 31st at 9:30.
Let me know further business before the court. May I be excused, Judge?
Your excuse, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, let's move over to Mr. Rubio Salinas.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Judge, I have number 49 and 50 on your docket.
49 and 50, CR 21-09-826H and CR 21-10-255H, State of Texas versus Ricardo Peña.
Judge, Mr. Peña is in federal custody. He's got a smuggling case, and I believe he's in Nueces County. And he's going to be there for a while. And I'm not sure that the alleged victim in this case, as far as the assault case is concerned, the 09-826H case is his wife. And then he subsequently was, I believe, stopped while they were traveling together, and they noticed there was a temporary 60-day protective order. So he got charged with violation of a protective order. And I'm not sure if the victim has come to the DA's office to see about dropping the charges as far as the assault case is concerned.
Okay, I don't know if Mr. Heller has that information, but probably in this situation, the best option is to issue an eyesight. That way we can pick him up and bring him over once his federal case is taken care of, unless you think otherwise, Mr. Salinas.
Well, Judge, his lawyer reached out to me and told me that the only way he could post bond on his case in that county where he's at in federal court is these cases would have to be disposed of. These two cases. And I'm not sure if the state is inclined to dismiss these cases. If, I mean, he's been in jail for a while now. Dismiss them if the wife would come in and sign an affidavit of non-prosecution.
Judge, this is a DVU case. ADA Alex Huerta is here, but her screen is blacked out. So I'm not sure if she's available. What I would recommend, Mr. Salina, is he serving already a sentence?
No.
Not yet. Okay. Because I was going to say to send the judgment, but he doesn't have a judgment yet. Let me call Ms. Huerta to her extension, Judge, if we can recall this case in a minute.
Sure. Well, recall that Mr. Salinas, hang tight, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. I have Dallas Gutierrez and Sunny Palacios. Dallas, who do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I am here on, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Luis Eduardo Gonzalez, CR-21-10795-H.
Number 27. CR
Yes, Your Honor.
21-10-795H. Luis Eduardo Gonzalez.
Here.
I see Mr. Gonzalez present. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. Mr. Gutierrez, your announcement.
Your Honor, we have this morning tendered a certificate of completion for the anger management. It was my understanding that there is an AMP on file, so we were seeing if we can get this case dismissed, Your Honor.
Mr. Heller?
Judge, give me a second. I'm looking to the notes. There are no notes on an ADR deal. Is the victim online?
Yes, sir.
That's Mr. Gonzalez. Is the victim, who's the victim, Yuri?
Rosabel Gonzalez.
I'm here.
Yes.
All right, if I can just take some testimony.
All right, ma'am, can I see you raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Heller?
Please state your full name for the record.
My what? I'm sorry.
Full name.
Please state your... Go ahead.
Good morning, guys.
What is your relationship to the victim?
I'm his mother.
How long and you live in the same house?
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell me what happened on the date of the offense?
That day, I was just sitting down on the table and he got a knife and he was like just asking me some questions, which I believe it was the threat. But after talking to him and him going to his psychiatrist, we figured out that it was not a threat. It was just that he was lacking his medication.
Has there ever been a history of violence with you and him?
No.
Are you concerned about any future violent acts?
No, sir.
Did you fill out an affidavit of non-prosecution at the DA's office?
I did.
And did you fill it out of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
Did anybody promise you anything or threaten you any way to get you to sign that affidavit?
No, sir.
Do you want to drop the charges against the defendant?
I do.
Do you understand that by dropping the charges, the case cannot be reopened?
I do.
And you understand that if anything happens in the future, you can open a new case?
Yes.
Judge, Ms. Melissa is telling me that we need to review whether or not there's an ADR recommendation at this time. Let me go ahead and if we can get a short reset to next week.
Sure. Let me go ahead and give you next Thursday, which is the next Thursday, the 24th, 2/24.
Perfect. And I have no further questions for the victim.
All right, Mr. Gutierrez, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, reset date for 2/24, Mr. Gutierrez.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that was for 10 a.m.?
9:30.
9:30. Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, you and your client and Ms. Gonzalez are all excused.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Palacios, who do you have?
Good morning, Judge. Sonny Palacios here, number 38 on your criminal docket, CR 19-02965H, Jose Angel Martinez.
CR 19-02965H. I have a needing proof of a mobile device.
That is great, Judge. He's currently on screen, orange shirt.
All right, were we able to get that proof, Mr. Palacios or Mr. Martinez?
Judge, unfortunately, after speaking to my client, he has no money to be able to install that. He's not been able to.
Aside from that, I don't have a vehicle.
Okay, Mr. Heller, this is a Class B. Was an accident involved?
Let me check, Judge.
Judge, in this case, he has been looking for work. He has a possible job opportunity as a bartender at Uptown Bar and Grill in McAllen. However, he's hesitant to work at a bar and grill, but that may be the only place that he can work. He feels it's counterproductive to his progress that he's been making. PWI. There is a suppression set for the 31st of March. Sorry.
March 31st?
Yes, Judge. And then is it a suppression in person?
All right, Victoria, do we have any issues or have we had any issues with Mr. Martinez?
Judge, he has had the device inactive since 2020.
And Judge, it was a single vehicle major accident.
Okay. And any priors besides that DWI?
Not that I can see, Judge. No, just a DWI.
All right, and we're currently set for a motion to suppress on the 31st.
331. Yeah, 331, 9:30
a.m. What says the state?
Judge, I'm conflicted. I mean, I appreciate the fact that he's getting a job, but at the same time, it's obviously, you know, a thin line between being a bartender and accepting a drink and then not having a device on him. If he had the mobile on him, it would be, you know, a different story. The best recommendation I can give at this time is either for him to contact our employment specialist at probation and try to seek out another job. That's option A. Option B is for him to get the mobile and then, you know, accept that job, obviously with the mobile, not the interlock, because the mobile is more consistent in the testing.
All right.
Judge, the assistance of the employment officers would be a great help because, like as I said, he's having a hard time finding a job, and
what do you, Mr. Martinez, what do you do for a living?
I used to do construction out of town, but I got laid off.
So what makes you a bartender?
I used to bartend. I bartended for about 5 years prior.
Okay. And do you have any waiting experience?
Yes.
Because I know in the industry, there's about, off the top of my head, about 5 restaurants that I can name that are looking for qualified waiters.
Well, since I don't have a vehicle, this job is walking distance from my house. It's maybe like 3 minutes away from my walking.
How about I do this? How about the state tries to get this motion? How about I move up the motion to suppress? Instead of being on the 31st, I move it up to the 10th. And that will give you some time, Mr. Heller.
Judge, we would just ask that Mr. Palacios identify what exactly he's trying to suppress between here and then.
I'll do, Judge, I don't have my notes open in front of me, but I'll get with Mr. Heller on this.
Are you okay with me moving it up to the 10th, Mr. Palacios?
I am, Judge.
All right, let me move it up to March the 10th. Motion to suppress March 10th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right, we'll see you on March the 10th.
Thank you, Judge. Have nothing further. My be excused.
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all be safe, Judge.
You too. All right, Ms. Gonzalez.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
I have number 2 on your docket, Erica Ivana Alanis, CR 21-10-666H.
All right, Erica Ivana Alanis, is she present?
Hola. There we go.
Okay, perfect. Ms. Gonzalez.
Judge, on this case, I've already received discovery. I am pending a recommendation. I think maybe when you lost prosecutors, I didn't get that, but I went ahead and sent a follow-up email to Ms. Lozano this morning to see if we can get that taken care of.
How much time are you asking for, Ms. Gonzalez?
I'll defer to the state. I know Mr. Heller's new. I don't know how behind they are on getting Rex out.
Send me an email. I'll get you one today.
Okay,
I did just receive the email like a minute ago. So Judge, if we can have 2 weeks or a little bit more, should be enough time.
Let me go ahead and give you March 31st. That's the date I'm giving, the general date I'm giving based on how full my calendar for March is, okay?
Sounds good, Judge. If we're gonna work out a plea, we'll get that signed up before then.
Please let me know.
Thank you.
All right, you
May I be
and,
excused, Judge?
yes, you and Ms. Alanis are both excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Aguirre.
Good morning, Your Honor. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I'm using a different laptop today. Your Honor, we have number 11 on the court's docket. It's CR 21067458H. Maria Otilia de Luna. And I see a Maria de Luna logged in, Judge. Judge, I think this one, we had come to court last time. I think we had to put this one back on the docket, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
And I just need a little time. I need to get a recommendation from the state. I'll double check. They may have already sent one.
I did, Alex, 4 days ago.
Okay. I'm catching up with my emails already. Sorry.
All right, March 31st at 9:30.
Your Honor, and then number 67 on the court's docket, it's Jonathan Vega. I see him logged in.
I do see him there, logged on, CR 21115119H, Jonathan Vega.
I'm sorry, Judge. Mr. Luna, you can log off. Please call my office.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Vega, can you hear us?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, forget it.
Your Honor, this case, it's an assault case. I think the last time we were here, we were going to see about where we were with the victim and whether we need to set this for a child docket or we're going to be able to work it out. I'm still not sure.
Okay. How much time do you need?
I would say the same date, Judge.
March the 31st
Yes, Judge, just play it safe.
at 9:30. March 31st, 9:30.
And I believe that's all we have this morning, Judge.
All right, you and Mr. Vega are excused then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Richardson, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I have Hansel Alan Garcia. He has
13 and 14?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Hansel Alan Garcia, CR 2109-432H, and CR 2109-433H, Hansel Alan Garcia.
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning, Mr. Garcia.
Good morning.
All right, your announcement, Ms. Richardson.
Your Honor, I am requesting a little more time on these matters. Mr. Garcia is gainfully employed out of county at this time. I just need a little more time to discuss the matters with him and any possible dispositions for your approval.
All right, how about March 31st?
That works, Judge.
March 31st, 9:30.
All right, thank you, both.
All right,
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Hey, bye.
All right, George.
Morning, Judge. I have Isidro Gonzalez. He's present on the Zoom.
Isidro Gonzalez, CR 2108-086H, Isidro Gonzalez, your announcement, Mr.
Judge, I'm asking the court for one additional setting on this case, Judge.
All right, March 31st, 9:30.
Perfect. I do have another case, Judge Serapio Castro. I don't believe they're present, Judge. It's set for arraignment. We've had no contact with them, Judge.
All right, this is a carryover from a previous arraignment, CR 2111-658H, Serapio Castro. If you're on mute, Serapio Castro. Serapio Castro, What says the state?
State request judgment nice be granted, KPS issued in bonds forfeited to the state of Texas.
Judgment nice will be granted, KPS issued, bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of Serapio Castro. Mr. Munoz, if you make contact with him, bring him in and we'll arraign him, start the process.
Will do, Judge. That's all I have this morning, Judge. May I be excused, my clients as well?
Yes, all your
Thank you,
clients and yourself are excused.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Huerta, I know that Ms. Lozano, did we already take care of that case or are we waiting on an announcement still?
We were waiting on Mr. Rubio. Oh, he's there. He was the one that was making the announcement, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Salinas, one more time, the number on the docket for that one?
Number 49 and 50, Judge. Judge, and I'd like to, I found my notes. He was arrested August the 25th, 2021. He's been in custody since that time. He was arrested in Robstown and their drug charges.
All right.
Federal.
Federal drug charges.
Yes, Judge. And his bondsman has in fact surrendered his bonds.
These bonds.
Correct. Yes.
So he's being held without bond.
On these cases, yes, that's correct.
And so you're not asking for a bond at this time.
No, Judge, we were trying to, his lawyer had indicated to me that the only way he could post bond in the federal case is if these cases were disposed of.
Ms. Huerta, I'm sorry. How can Mr. Salinas work something out if anything can get worked out at all?
Judge, there is a violation of protective order that's still pending in intake with the same victim. If Mr. Salinas wants to give me a call this afternoon, we can discuss the matter and see if there is some type of agreement we can reach.
Mr. Salinas, can I give you a date, maybe in early March, so that maybe y'all can try to see if something can get worked out, and if not, well, we can work accordingly. But the date that I'm giving right now is either March the 1st or March the 31st. But I can try to squeeze you in mid-March if that's something that you think would be beneficial.
March the 1st would be better for me, Judge. They're asking me to do what I can as quick as I can.
Perfect. March 1st, 9:30.
Judge,
That's 2 weeks from today.
Judge, now that Mr. Salinas is here, I'd like to staff a matter with you and him, if that's possible.
Sure. I don't know if we have anybody else, any other attorneys waiting, and I need to staff it with Mr. Longoria. So yeah, Ms. Holmes, let's see if Ms. Holmes, if you can hear me, are you available to have an announcement before I go in staff cases?
Yes, Your Honor. It's on Reynaldo Hernandez. I believe it's number 31 on your morning docket, CR 22-00487-H.
All right, that's CR 22-00487H. Reynaldo Hernandez is Mr. Hernandez is present. He's right here. Your announcement, Ms. Holmes.
Judge, I believe this was a status hearing. I think last week on February 8th, there was an AIP violation. You had released him, but he needed to have the mobile device complied with. I believe he was able to get the money and got the mobile device.
All right. Do we have a proof of that, Victoria?
I have not received any proof of activation, Judge.
All right. Ms. Holmes, can you provide Ms. Rodriguez with that proof?
I need to know from my client where he got it or what he has as far as proof. I assumed he had already checked in with the probation department when he told me he already had it.
All right, Mr. Hernandez, who do you have? What's the company?
Mande, sir.
What's the company for your mobile device?
Aquí está donde lo pagué.
If I paid it.
Okay. ¿Tiene el aparato con usted ahorita?
Lo dejé en el trabajo porque tuve que salir a agarrar internet porque no tenía señal. Pero sí lo
Judge, he's
tengo
literally
conmigo en el
been
trabajo.
he's been trying for about an hour to get on the internet. I told him he
Y
had to
no
leave
me-
work and either go to the courthouse or find another place to get on the internet because he wasn't able to.
Okay. How can we get that copy of that installation and who the company is to Ms. Rodriguez?
If he can tell me the name, Judge, I can confirm with the company.
Okay.
Mr. Hernandez, can you provide the name of the company where you got that mobile device?
Pues,
el
me
nombre
lo
de la
dieron,
compañía.
me lo dieron ahí, pero atrás dice AT&T parece.
They gave it to me there, but in the back, I believe it says AT&T.
All right, he's on AIP. Has he been reporting to AIP and doing everything?
It's by phone, Judge, because he lives in Brownsville.
All right. Carlos, will you ask him if there's a company name on that receipt he just showed us?
Pero, Hernández, en ese recibo que nos está enseñando, ¿tiene un nombre de compañía?
Nomás dice RMS Recovery Monitoring
Recovery Healthcare,
Solution.
Judge.
So you can find out with that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so that takes care of that, and that puts us at needing some additional time, Ms. Holmes, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's currently set for the 24th of February? Okay, well, we're gonna need, I'm sure you're gonna need more time than the 24th, Ms. Holmes, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let me go ahead and give you March 31st.
Thank you.
You're welcome, March 31st, 9:30. Carlos, will you let him know?
Vamos a regresar el 31 de marzo a las 9:30 de la mañana, señor Hernández.
Ok, estamos
Stay in
bien.
contact with Ms. Holmes.
Quédese en comunicación con su abogada.
Ok.
Ok.
Thank you, Judge. Are we excused?
You're excused.
Ya se puede
Thank you.
retirar.
Right. Mr. Sanchez, Sergio Sanchez, are you available before I go into chambers with and staff 2 cases? Mr. Sanchez, what case do you have?
Judge, good morning, Your Honor. Judge, I'm sorry, I'm on hold on Victoria Federal Court, Judge. That's the background noise.
Oh, okay. Let's try to take care of your case real quick because I'm going to staff some cases and that way you can be completely free. What case do you have?
Judge, my notes are Lucio Cruz with a felony pending that's currently set on March the 25th. So I think this case is just being, I mean, of course, subject to how you handle when there's a misdemeanor and a felony pending. But I just wanted you to know that there is a felony out there and I believe it's set March the 25th.
All right. He is logged on. Lucio is logged on. Let me go ahead and give you a reset date for April 19th so you can take care of the felony.
Thank you, Judge. And Judge, for the record too, I'm not sure how this works or why, but I'm happy to resolve your case first. However the court wants to proceed on that, I'll just continue to negotiate both at the same time.
Okay, that'll work. Visit with our ADAs.
Yes, sir, I will, Judge.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
You too. Okay, let us staff. Which one do you think will be quicker, Mr. Heller, Mr. Salinas or Mr. Longoria?
Mr. Salinas will be quicker, Judge.
Okay, let's staff that one real quick. Let me put you in a breakout room. Let me see what I can put in that breakout room. Give me 1 second. Victoria, I opened that breakout room for you too, okay?
Fernando Muñoz. Fernando Muñoz. We'll call Billy Alex.
Okay, thank you.
Erica Lanis. Erica Lanis.
All right, we're back. We were staffing several cases, two specifically for Mr. Longoria. This is CR 21-04810H and CR 21-04811H, State of Texas versus Christian Rubio. This is a motion to suppress that was held on January 27th, 2022. After conferring with the state defense counsel and after reviewing the evidence, the court is of the opinion that the motion to suppress should be granted. Does the state have an announcement on one or both of these cases?
Judge, on the DWI, given that the suppression was granted, we'll be tendering dismissal.
The request of District Attorney's Office, a case against Christian Rubio is hereby dismissed in CR 21-04810H. What is the announcement from the state in CR 21-04811H, which is a companion case out of the same transaction?
Judge, that one, we're gonna just take a little closer look at it. If we can get a 1 week, 2 week fast reset, or even a tickler. For the most part, when one case is dismissed out of the same transaction, we kind of follow along. We just need to cross our T's to make sure.
Sure, no problem. Let me go ahead and give you March 1st at 9:30. March 1st, Mr. Rubio, one case was dismissed. The state wants to look into another. Stay in close contact with Mr. Longoria. We'll see you on March the 1st at 9:30, okay?
Okay, good.
All right, thank you.
That's all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You're excused. All right, Mr. Chapa, are you there? Can you hear me?
Your Honor, good morning. I apologize, Judge.
All right, what number do you have?
45 and 46 in the court's criminal docket.
45, 46, CR 21-10-712H and CR 21-11-155H, Fernando Munoz.
This case, I know when I was first appointed to this case, I did speak with Mr. Munoz very briefly. I think that was back in maybe October or November of last year. The current number that I have on file for him now, it's no longer working. I haven't been able to get in contact with him in regards to this hearing today.
All right. Are you asking for a continuance and show that you haven't requested one?
Judge, I'm going to try and reach out to the bondsman, see if they have any more up-to-date numbers for him. Try and reach him.
All right. Motion for continuance number 1 is granted. Let me go ahead and give you a reset date. Let me give you March 31st. That gives you plenty of time to send him correspondence via mail. 3:31, 9:30. If he's not here at that time, a warrant will be issued, okay?
Judge, just for the court's knowledge, he does have a felony pending in intake.
Okay. And that hasn't been indicted, I suspect.
Not yet, Your Honor.
Perfect. Thank you, Ms. Huerta.
Of course.
All right, Mr. Chapa, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I apologize again.
No problem. I have a gentleman with a iPhone with a sweater. Can you identify yourself, sir, with just your name?
Rigido Gilberto Alvarado.
Alvarado?
Yes, sir.
Alvarado. Hitesh Shagani, I have a note here that he's completed all conditions of his 6-month PTD status. What says the state on both of his cases?
Judge, given that everything was completed successfully, we'll be tendering a dismissal in both cases.
All right, Mr. Alvarado, both of your cases are hereby dismissed. Congratulations and good luck to you.
Okay, thank you. May we dismiss?
You're excused. Thank you. And I have Erica Alanis. Her case has also been already reset, so I'm going to remove her.
Number 19, Judge, to get addressed, but she's reaching out to Mr.
All right, number 19, Richard Gonzalez. Let's do this. Mr. Gonzalez is campaigning right now, so as a courtesy to him, let me go ahead and reset this case. Motion for continuance for his client. Number 1, granted, reset March 31st. I'm sure that he's busy. 9:30. 53, Mr. Vargas. Positive UA for Rogelio Lucky Ramos. Is he on AIP? Currently on AIP. How's he doing, Victoria?
Just a positive UA, Judge.
That's the positive UA?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Vargas was retained. He logged off. Let's reset him for Thursday, the 17th, 9:30. We'll carry that one over.
Number 71.
Number 71. CR 21-11-357H, Norma Yaditu. Yaditu. Any information on her? All right, there be no.
There's a reset. What's the reset?
There was a reset.
March
3-1.
3-1.
3-1. 3-1 at 9:30 for Miss Yaditu. 3-1. March 1. All right. And that should take care of our docket. Or it's going to go ahead and log off.